Hola, caballeros. My name. I'm just kidding. It's Rodney Altador. I'm doing a video on wingsuiting. Uh, Pretty much, this is the funnest part of the game, and I don't understand why you're not actively trying to get it right now yourself. So, pretty much, a general like overview is wingsuit costs 50 tablets to make. That's a shit ton of tablets, but it's worth it, and it costs very little to actually make. So learning it is very expensive, and making it is very cheap. It costs 6 nomad cloth and 20 wood shafts to make a wingsuit, and pretty much it's completely worth it. I think it's amazing for solo players. If you want to escape huge clans, you can. You can outrun any walker in the entire game as long as you have trees. And this video is kind of meant to show you a lot of ways to use it well and kind of tips to not get stuck in spots that I have gotten stuck in and died. Uh, so yeah, the wingsuit's just an amazing tool for escaping. It's an amazing tool for scouting, and it's super fun to use. And with this new patch that came out that broke the servers, and you got to be restarting your game every 10 minutes. It's amazing. The turn radius is just evolved to a new level. It's just so much better. You could probably like make really nice turns and stuff gliding now instantly. I don't say probably. You can for sure. So I'm just reading chat. I'm gonna cut that out. So pretty much now I'm gonna go over kind of like the basics of the wingsuit, how to get off the ground right off the bat, some common scenarios that I remember, and I don't know if I'll help ganking. Maybe some tips on how to gank people as well. Please get a beltless grappling hook. It's the best grappling hook for specifically wingsuiting because it won't require much stamina and it also doesn't require torque. It's really good long range, it has good reel in speed. It's very well all around grappling hook for the wingsuit. So I don't remember how much that costs to make, but it costs 2 tablets to learn. And you can definitely, if a friend has it, you could use an exploit, if you want to call it an exploit, to grab it off of his corpse. So if he makes it, you kill him and then just pick it, like equip it from his corpse. You can equip the grappling hook. You could do that, or you could learn how to make it like fair men would. So let's start off with how to get off the ground, right? So that's super easy. Your grapple is going to be your best friend, pretty much. You're going to be looking for altitude first, and then you're going to try swinging. So a lot of the time when I first started gliding, I would probably grapple on, and then I would just try. I'd reel in and start jumping. It's probably better shown. If it was flatland, I could show you better, but it was more like, oh, I was hopping, but I couldn't get the altitude. So what you want to do is probably reel in on your first tree. If you're just on the floor, no momentum, you're going to want to reel in on your first tree and then just kind of get the momentum from the first tree and then just keep grappling on to other ships and other trees and stuff. So yeah, that grappling hook's really going to work, but pretty much to get more momentum, you're going to want to reel in first and then you let go and then just start gliding. Pretty much you're going to want to swing to get momentum. And that's really all you're going to want to do. Swing from tree to tree, super easy. You're going to want to make sure you're always in a tree line or at least near some rocks to get altitude to swing out of. It's fairly easy if you ask me. Just make sure you have the altitude. Another thing is these red trees are really good because they're super high in the air and they're usually located in good spots. So that's really useful to know. You should definitely always be looking for these red trees. They're awesome for scouting. You could use them to like propel yourself straight up into the air, and it's actually amazing. As you could see, I could get really gnarly ass air. Another note, the directional inputs that you put in are very important. So the WASDs, you got to use them very well. They actually have such a big impact. So if I'm holding S right here, I won't go as forward. So like I won't go as forward. So this is like really important when using it. For example, to go up hills, you want to like when you're swinging, hold S so that you don't fucking nosedive straight into the ground. I could show you right here. So I just did the S. I'm gonna show you the W. Okay, well that was a little bit better. Maybe I'm wrong. I just messed it up. Well, anyways, directional inputting is super important. You want to always be making micro adjustments with your grapple and the inputs to get good air and stuff. So this is probably a good moment to show the reel in speed. So pretty much with reeling in, I'm going to put this at the start of the video. Reeling in is super important, right? So there's a way to get faster reel in speed, and it's actually, while you reel in, you hold shift, and you can launch yourself up into the air like that. Well, I probably do it right now. Just straight up. It's really good. You can get some more altitude. If you get one of these redwood trees, it's especially good. So you just hold W, and you just go straight up. It's really, really nice. You'll get a momentary pause in the air. And this is really good in general for everything. I think you should hold shift every single time, no doubt. For clinging or grappling onto trees and all that. But yeah, make sure you do that. So rocks are really tricky. You're probably gonna get stuck on them a lot. The way I do it is I glide in the opposite direction, kind of like how if you were going to get on top of the fabricator, you would, like one of those big towers, you'd go in circles around it. That is how I would navigate rocks. You should glide in the opposite direction to get momentum to the left, and then use your grappling hook as a swing to get to the other side. That's the best way to deal with it, if you ask me. So I could probably show you, even though I don't have much experience myself. Since rocks are super irregularly shaped, it's actually crazy. Crazy difficult, but I'm holding the left buttons right here just to get some swing momentum, and this is kind of in general what you want to do. Always be reeling in, so not to get too far. Hold shift like I just said, or maybe in the video it'll be a little bit different, but hold shift, make sure you control it, and you'll be fine. So in general application, if you're going to be using a tree, for example, let's say I were to use this tree to glide over there. The general application is, oh shit, I'm going to fly through a rocky area. I'm going to glide to the left, hold the S button, and then use this as a swing. And then I'm going to glide to the right and use this as a swing. And that's my general tip for the rocks. Aside from that, you can use the rocks. Some of them have like a, I don't know if perch is the right word, but a perch that you can use. Oh, this is perfect. See, it's like, I have like a perfect kind of little swing area that I can use. These type of rocks are just great. Just the obvious thing is to just use them as a swing. And that's pretty much how I navigate rocks. It's honestly kind of difficult. And usually they're at an incline, so you'll definitely like get hit with the on foot bullshit most of the time. But you just got to deal with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna move on to another thing. Is probably, this is a point where I would recommend you to never ever go to, is this field you see in front of us. Like this game has a lot of fields like this, and the field is your death. If you're running away and you go into a field, or you chase somebody into a field with your wingsuit, you're probably gonna die. They're gonna corner you and kill you like a boar. You know, they're hunting for you as well, even though they can't catch you. But if you go into a spot that they can catch you, you're fucked. Okay, so make sure you get a good glide over, or you go around. As you see, there's a tree line around this one in particular. Another thing, so tips to get out of the field, I'll try and show you guys. Like, these tiny trees are pretty bad. See, you should get altitude first there, as I was showing. Altitude first, and then you glide. Grapple onto something else, you glide. But these tiny trees, if you want to propel yourself off of them, you have to get a really short grapple like this. You know, it's a little tricky to get the momentum, but you kind of want to be a tetherball and kind of go around it. If you're on this field, you're going to have like the worst time trying to get altitude. If you do need to, I'd recommend doing this, shortening your grappling hook and then just getting insane speed. Use your WASD as well. You know, you could always escape at least a little bit. No one will be able to hit you. So that's how I would do it. Big tip. I want to like reiterate this. These fields are really bad, but sometimes you will get stuck in the area around the field, and you're gonna want to just, you know, you're gonna want to adapt. You're gonna want to use this field sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna want to cross a field because you have like a high value target. So the key for these is just short grapples. So get really close and try and get those short grapples. I messed it up there and didn't let go fast enough, or I maybe got too close with the grapple. But if you're gliding and you already have momentum, if you're crossing a field, you're going to want to get the short grapples. So about this close, and then you can get some air. It's not bad. This is really important, you know, when using these trees. They're very tiny. They're hard to use because they're so tiny, but you can use them. You just have to be close enough, pretty much, to use them. Also, if you go next to too many white deaths, they might honestly kill you. Like if you're out in an open field, and they'll slow you down enough for somebody to hunt you down and kill you. Happened with one of my friends. Like a white death was in the area, and we were fighting people, and they honestly got ganked by the white death. And because there's like fucking so many people around, it's kind of hard to maintain composure with that. So it's super understandable. Another tip: use your primitive bandages to heal yourself from fall damage. It's actually really important, because a lot of the time when you're learning, you're going to take a lot of fall damage, and even if you have glided for a while, the fall damage you take is just going to like eat straight through your sterile bandages. So you're going to want to have like a couple of handy primitive bandages so that you can heal from the fall damage and all that. Another thing is that you can actually heal while in the air. You could even go like this and cancel it while you're healing and all that. If you want to cancel it, you could like stop, block. Oh god, fuck. You could stop, block, and then cancel your bandage if you think it's going to get in the way of your gliding. Throw some leaves. Okay, well this is a good example of what might happen to you. You might get stuck in a tree because the wingsuit, even in walkers too, if you like go straight into a walker, for example, like, and you cancel, like, so if you go straight and nosedive into a walker, a tree, or any sort of building, you might like clip into it a little bit, and it'll actually fuck you up. Like if you get stuck in an enemy's walker, you're most likely dead. The only thing you could probably do to get out of that situation is first crouch. Crouching usually kind of gets you out of situations like where you're stuck in walkers. If that doesn't work, you're fucked. The only other way is to have a teammate knock you out and carry you away. And that works. Even if they're wingsuiting, that works. Okay. Also, these are really good. These like little stations are awesome for gliding. Like you can get so much momentum off of these. Even like you can use them while you're going through the forest, or maybe it's near some rocks. There was some earlier. But you can get really good momentum to escape enemies using that little base there. Now you can go on and get like really good mad circle speed, but it doesn't really like help that much. I feel like the turning, maybe if you went like this, like if you let go right there, it would help. Most likely would. But if you try and like let go at the wrong moment, it won't work. You gotta like think about momentum a lot in this game. Like the way you're going, if you're swooping, you're probably gonna have the most momentum there. It's very natural. Like it's just like real life. I like that you're saying I'm not threatening. Of course I'm not threatening. I don't want to be threatening. Holy shit. Guys, I'm fucking Jesus. Oh shit. Oh, I like it. I found a little wingsuiting bug. What's happening, bro? I'm about to get killed. Nope. Oh, of course. I know this video isn't very high production, but it's definitely the only video out there, and it'll definitely help you if you are gliding off for the first time. I'm gonna condense it to short moments, pretty much just like a lot of jump cuts of me talking, but yeah, you'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. My name's Altador. I stream on Twitch. I basically gank people with wingsuits all day. If you want to come watch that, I'm live Friday, Saturdays, 12 hours. And anything other than that is extra. I use it to make other content. Or play Animal Crossing. So, yeah. Yeah, have a good day. Keep striving. Stay hydrated. All right. Peace.